Welcome to CCC News, and today we have a treat for our listeners. We're doing a bit of a car talk, Columbia Gorge style, with our good friends from Columbia Gorge Motors here in the Dalles. Joining me today is owner and operator Aaron Carter, and also sales manager Jayme Reineccius. You may know them from multiple things going on in the Dalles. I think we probably got an Easter egg hunt coming up. Yeah. You guys do some great community cleanup events. There's just been so much you guys have been doing. I believe you guys were Philanthropist Business of the Year 4 times running. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you guys do a ton in our community, and we're here today to talk a little bit about just all the goings on in the automobile industry. It's been pretty interesting of late at the national level, but as we were talking a little bit earlier today, you're saying, well, in the Dalles, it's been pretty straight and going. So shifts in the automotive industry with our constantly shifting economic environment. Tell me, what does that mean here in the Dalles? How does that affect you guys?
Well, I mean, we're not immune to any national events, but our main focus is the Dalles, and there's not a lot of huge things that are affecting us negatively here. We're just day to day trying to show up every day for our customers, executing our strategy. Yeah. And that's the good thing about our strategy. It's about what's going on here. We're going to be out at the Easter egg hunt. We're going to be talking to people and be engaged there. Rachel is, going to do we're starting first Saturday cleanups. Those are going to keep going on. And, we're in the relationship business. So we're just building those relationships and we'll be successful no matter what. We represent 2 great manufacturers that, manufacture most of the cars they sell in the United States right here in the U.S. So
yeah, I was reading about that yesterday. Yeah. They have plants all over the U.S. I think Ohio and Alabama. And,
all over with both of those 2. You got Princeton, Indiana, Georgetown, Kentucky, San Antonio, Texas.
So providing a lot of jobs in the U.S. obviously.
Yeah, I mean those manufacturers came in the '60s and '70s and decided if we're going to do business here, we're going to build factories, and they've just continued to invest. And it's that type of economy now. It is a very global economy. You have currency exchanges that cause manufacturing to change. If the dollar is down, it's better to manufacture in the United States. If the yen is down, it's better to manufacture there. So there's just it's so dynamic. Yeah. And it's one of the things that I think, and Jayme will speak to it too, is what's exciting. It is exciting about the business. It's not, wake up, go to work, right. Punch in, punch out. It's new challenge, new opportunity. What can we do? We bought the old Discover Rentals building next door to us. We're renovating that and going to open that into another opportunity. And
I did not know that. Yeah. Oh, congratulations. How recent was that?
We just opened we're detailing cars in there now, and we're going to offer accessories and, details to the rental cars right here for locals. So another expansion. So we're bullish on the Dalles. We are about the Dalles.
Yeah, and it seems to have been that way since you guys landed here. Actually, 5 years ago. Like I just remember
6 now.
Rachel. Yeah, 6 now.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
5.
Flies.
Yeah.
And the first time I met Rachel, she was putting together the signs for the seniors because they couldn't have a traditional graduation due to COVID. Like you guys have just kind of always been there hand in hand with our community. So that's really awesome. But I love that energy and talking about new products and that kind of thing. Like the cars are just so amazing anymore. And maybe we could talk a little bit about that with the new technologies and things. What are some of the new technologies we're seeing in some of the vehicles you're selling today?
The last 5 years has been really great for the automotive industry. The next 5 years is going to be just as great. Yeah. With the commitment to the hybrid technology, not leaving the combustion engine behind with these manufacturers has been key, but also offering those battery electric vehicles. Toyota's made a commitment to have their plan is to have 17 battery electric vehicles by 2027.
Oh wow!
So they understand that there is a market for that, especially in areas like ours, where you have the option to charge at home, you have the option to charge within the community. We have chargers at our location as well that we put in.
Oh.
So for customers that purchase a battery electric vehicle from us, they can charge at our facility for no charge.
All right.
And we put solar panels on, so your car is solar powered, kind of.
Oh wow! So those are kind of like a battery deal that hold the power from the sun, and then you can charge a vehicle with it.
Yeah, actually, we put all solar panels on the top of the Toyota store, so we're pretty well electric independent, especially in the summertime. Like even running the AC, we're off the grid. Sometimes we're at 106%, which means we're actually putting 6%
back on the grid.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
Yeah, so
that's so cool. So there does seem to be this sweet spot with hybrids, where you have the advantage of the combustion engine to go those long distances, but like maybe around town, you got that 30 or 40 mile range that you can essentially, if you're just staying local, you don't have to buy fuel.
Yeah.
Like, it's pretty amazing.
Yeah, and Toyota and Honda have been leaders in this segment for so long. They've just done it so well. I think sometimes people forget how much they do. I mean, Toyota as a manufacturer has built and sold more hybrid vehicles than most manufacturers by far, and Honda is right up there too. So we understand, and we have a great offering. That's what we want to do. We want to give good offerings to our customers to help them figure out what vehicle is going to work for them and their family, and be there to help them and provide a really good process and really good service. That's the idea. That's one thing that the automotive industry seems to lack, is taking care of people. And that's what we want to do. We're in the customer service business. We just happen to sell cars. So it can be very daunting to think about buying a vehicle, but we've really tried to focus on tailoring the experience to our local customers. During the pandemic, the inventory was short. There was not as many vehicles as we were hoping. A lot of manufacturers, a lot of dealerships took advantage of that by charging more for the car. We made a standardized plan to not do that. We did not charge $1 over MSRP for any vehicle on our lot at any time.
We had to start refusing business to out-of-town customers during that time.
Oh, because they were getting possibly higher prices somewhere else and saying, hey, we'll go to the Dalles where they're keeping them flat.
Right, and we wanted to, part of our business is we want to sell your car and then we want to maintain it, right? So if all these cars went to Seattle, then all our customers, you wouldn't have been able to come in and buy a car from us. They would all been in Seattle or wherever they were.
Yeah. Huh.
And that's a testament to Aaron's true focus as the owner operator of this business. And it starts from the top. It really disseminates down all the way into every employee that works with us to make sure we're just do the next right thing.
Yeah.
That's what you need to do. Just do the next right thing. And if you make a mistake, fail forward.
Awesome.
We're going to figure out a way to make it make sense for people. And we're going to figure out a way to be the top employer in the area and the top automotive dealer in the area. And I'm really grateful, and the people that work with us are really grateful for that. It's a cool thing, and all the cars that are coming, it's just going to be amazing. I'm so excited.
On that note, hey, let's take a moment and we'll head out to our sponsors. We'll get a little message here. We'll come back and let's talk about some of those kind of cool details, those cool features that maybe we'll be seeing in vehicles. Talk a little bit about the future. All right. Hey, Robin, did you ever try to drive a car with 3 tires?
I have tried that a few times. I tried get up on 2 wheels, but you need a really good ramp and definitely a helmet so you don't bang your head.
Well, it's a good thing that Columbia Gorge Toyota are having a buy 3 tires, get 1 free sale right now.
That would get my car right. I like that. My dipstick's also really black. I have gone goth before, but this is taking heavy metal to another level.
Oh, man, right? Well, Toyota's also offering $16 off an oil change. That bright yellow conventional or synthetic oil is just the thing to make your motor happy.
Nice.
And here's something to keep you headed straight.
Is it a ruler?
No, but good idea, Robin. Actually, Toyota offers a free alignment check, and they'll even make sure your tires are in good rotation.
Tom, I just can't do without my car on some days, and it is a Facebook Marketplace purchase, so It's a little tricky. Will I be left waddling up and down the sidewalk in my tennies?
No way. Columbia Gorge Toyota has a 1-day complimentary rental car service on repairs that total over $500.
Whoa, that's free ride. I love that. Is that from our friends at Columbia Gorge Toyota, Rachel and Aaron Carter?
You bet, making your life easier and your car safer with quality repairs and service.
8 a.m. till 7 p.m., Monday through Saturday, 1900 West 6th Street, The Dalles.
All right, and we're back with Aaron Carter and Jayme Reineccius with Columbia Gorge Motors, and we're talking a little bit about new technologies in vehicles. Guys, what are we going to be seeing here in the next year? What's out there right now that maybe people aren't aware about features in new vehicles?
So we've got two manufacturers that are really dedicated to safety and performance and longevity. So we've got huge innovations coming in the self-driving aspect.
Okay.
We're at the latest safety sense and Honda sensing right now that really are designed to help you be able to focus on the road and not have to worry about so much distraction. So one of the things I like to think about is that, if your car has lane keep assist, it has blind spot monitoring, it's got alerts that if you're pulling too close to something in a parking lot, it's going to help you stop. If you're backing up, it tells you where there's traffic coming. There's cars that these manufacturers have that we're selling that if you open the door and a car's coming down the street, it tells you, watch for traffic. So they're really dedicated to safety. And, highway fatalities are at an all-time low because of a lot of these innovations that these manufacturers have come out with. One of my favorite things is the Toyota Highlander's coming out. It's going to be all electric third row. It's going to be a good size third row as well. Not too big, not too small, just right. It's going to have all the latest safety features, and it's going to have a great range too. So we're really, really excited about that.
Connectivity is a big one too. So, our service department will be getting an alert if you need an oil change. Letting us know, hey, Tom needs an oil change.
Right.
Reach out. We're going to have more and more integration to where you'll be able to start scheduling that right from your car. And, so convenience, safety, as Jayme said, and then performance. They're getting more out of less. You can see the engines of cars have been shrinking, yet the power and performance is growing with the turbos.
Yeah.
And then electric motors combined, like we talked about with gas, allows for immediate torque. So when you get in a hybrid, it is a better performing vehicle than its gas counterpart because of that.
Yeah.
So if you've seen a big orange Tundra driving around town, that's a hybrid.
Right.
It's a hybrid. So I'm getting decent gas mileage for what it is, but then I can still tow my trailer, and then you get the power and performance. So both manufacturers are doing good lane tracing, keeping you in the lanes, and then alerts if you're distracted.
Yeah, it's a huge difference. I just know, from my own personal experience when I was a younger man, like I used to have a Ford Ranger actually back in that days, but there was blind spots were just awful in that vehicle, and because we had a canopy on the back, and I almost hit several people in those years,
kept them on their toes.
Yeah, and like that just can't happen anymore with these vehicles because they give you that you get a warning, and it's just the safety features are pretty incredible, especially for people getting older eyes and that kind of thing. Very, very important to have that extra safety measure.
I live on 16th Street, and I pull out. I have to back out, and when I'm coming out, that saves me a lot of time. It just beeps at me, and it's called rear cross traffic alert, and just lets me know, hey, somebody's coming. It's nice. It really is.
Especially if you live near a school, which is the situation I have. Dry Hollow's just right down the street, and I'm like, I've always been worried about that my whole, ever since I've lived there, and I'm just like, but now I have this additional accessories.
The other thing I want to mention is that the Toyota and Honda are committed to really driving down the cost of ownership. So our oil change intervals are 10,000 miles now instead of, it used to be 3.
Right.
We're at 10,000. They're coming fully synthetic from the factory, and then just the way they're able to build these engines with such, they just fit so well, tight, and everything's so good.
The thresholds are just been.
Oh yeah, just the machining of them, and and that's across the board. And the car manufacturing is better all across the board.
Yeah.
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 One of my favorite features is the lane keep feature. It really helps me a lot.
What is that? A lane?
So it's called the lane keep assist or lane centering. So if you start to veer off to the center line on the highway or veer off to the solid line on the shoulder, the vehicle will actually nudge you over to help keep you in the center lane.
Yeah.
And if you start to exit the lane without signaling, it'll alert you. It'll give you a beep. It'll turn the wheel in. So they're really good they're really introducing the subtleties of how this self-driving thing is going to work, because some people, including myself, probably not ready to fully give the car the reins.
Right.
So it's a great way to feel like you have control, and it's more of an assist than a full takeover, but it helps a lot. And one of the things it really helps with is fatigue. So if you're on a long trip, the vehicle is going to help take that slight curve for you on the highway. It's going to help keep you centered. That blind spot's going to help you relax a little bit more. And you're going to be able to get farther safer. And the more of these cars that we can help get on the road, the safer everyone is going to be. And that's a huge, huge part. Yeah. There's a lot of cars on the road. They sell millions and millions and millions of new and used vehicles every year, no matter what's going on. So the more technology that we can get out there that's useful, the safer everyone's really going to be. And I've got 3 boys. My oldest son is about to learn how to drive, and my first car was a 1979 Toyota Tercel.
Yeah.
We called it the Bumblebee. It was yellow with brown interior, had a little 4-speed transmission. Yeah. And I'm so glad that they get to learn on how to driving cars that are going to help keep them safe and grow up with this technology as where maybe we didn't. The industry just wasn't there yet. No. So
yeah, when I was growing up, I mean the alignments and the play and the steering wheel.
Yep.
And just none of that existed, and I don't know how I survived it.
Yeah, and it can be intimidating. All this technology and all these buttons and all these beeps and whatnot. What I can really tell you is you get used to them very quickly. And you wish you had them when you didn't have them. That's one of the biggest complaints we have is, gosh, I wish I had all this technology and all this help years ago. So
excellent. Well, the future is bright. Excellent. Yeah. Excellent. Well, hey, as I understand it, you may have been over and were teaching classes at the Dalles High School recently, or maybe presenting or something.
Yep.
And we were talking a little bit about that and how you started out in the automobile industry when you were 16 years old at Griffith Motors.
Yep.
But there's a lot of opportunity in the car industry at a local level here.
A ton,
Yeah.
A ton.
So tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, so I was born and raised here. I went to school, graduated from the Dalles in 2008, first class that started and ended as the Eagle Indians.
Oh, my God.
not to flex on anybody, but that's a pretty big deal.
T-Dub.
T-Dub, that's right.
Yeah.
So, and my brother and I both worked at Griffith Motors when they were downtown as lot attendants, and that's kind of the first taste of the automotive industry that
now
I got.
Now they both work at Columbia Gorge.
Right.
Both brothers do, yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, we brought them along, and I've been with Columbia Gorge since day one. Yeah. And we were reached out to by Teacher Barry. Shout out Teacher Barry from the Dalles High School, because he saw all the things that we were doing in the community, and we make videos at our dealership, we host events, we sponsor a lot of things, and he asked, can you help teach the kids how to buy a car, what they should know when they buy their first car, and also what are the opportunities for these kids to have. So we've done 2 now. Him and I were emailing this morning again. We're going to do 2 more, and there's a college fair, a job fair at the college in May that we're going to be attending as well. We're going to have a booth there.
Great.
And there's just so much opportunity, whether it's an entry-level position like a lot attendant to be around. And one of the things I loved about it is I got to drive all these really cool cars.
Right.
And nobody knew how fast I was going. We know now.
Yeah.
So, but, and it just felt, it was so empowering to be given the opportunity to be a part of something like someone buying a car. They purchase a vehicle, it goes back there, and I get to be the one that cleans it, make sure it smells good, put the tire shine on it and everything, and then hand that car off to them. So it was super rewarding, and then that morphed itself into being in the automotive sales side, and then eventually working up into automotive management. And if you would have asked me 15 years ago when I started in the business about 15 years ago, if I'd be sitting here today, I wouldn't believe you. But that's the beauty of the car business. It's the ultimate equalizer, and it just wants you to be as successful as you want to be.
Right?
Yeah, we have to get the word out. I even talk to people around town that I'm really encouraged and like to be around because I want to work with people I like to be around. And I always say, hey, you should, maybe come out and think about working for us. And they always say, oh, no, I could never sell cars. But we've got 86 people who work for us. I think 14 are probably directly related to selling a car right now. So most of the people are not selling cars. We have technicians working on them, service, clerical in the office. We have controller and accounting. We have, so there's some fit for everybody. Detailing, cleaning cars, paint protection film installed, window tinting. And all of these are great paying and great, career paths that you don't have to go into large amounts of debt to have those opportunities. So a lot of people just think sell. And well, that's important, but it's not. It's
not the end all.
It's
and
not.
There's a whole ecosystem of jobs that you guys offer. There, and 86 employees is what you said?
Yeah.
Wow.
I just met with one of the distinguished young women who are coming in and they're having that event. I think it's this weekend. So shout out to them if you want to go. They're having those tickets. But, we were just talking about that, about how I have, if you think about a parts store, whether it's an O'Reilly's or a Napa, I have one of those. It's Columbia Gorge Parts Department. And if you think about and I'll even help out some local businesses, if you've got Precision Automotive, right? They're an independent shop here in town. Well, I have my own shop in my store too. So I have all these little businesses within the business that helps. And then we've got a marketing team and, those are.
And you just added a detail shop.
And we just, expanded our detail shop and want to do more and more and more. So it's been great. And not being from here, seeing all the opportunity. I tell people I'm not from the Dalles. I just got here as fast as I could.
Yeah.
I mean, we even have a few guys that do dealer trades for us that are kind of retired, semi-retired, want to do stuff, and they come in and they get to drive the cars or truck and trailer them to different areas and stuff. And that's one thing that I cannot stress enough for people that are in the market or ever have been in the market for a car. What we have at our location is a small tidbit of what we have access to nationally, and that's a huge part that I think a lot of people maybe forget, or maybe not even forget, don't know.
Yeah.
That if we have a blue one and you want a red one, we'll get you a red one. We just only have so much real estate to park the cars, and come drive the blue one and take a look at it, see if you like it, and then let's get you the red one, or vice versa, or whatever it is. So the offerings that we have are not just what we have at our location. I mean, I had a friend of mine it happens all the time, called me, hey, I really want to get a used diesel pickup truck. Well, give me the parameters of what you're looking for. 72 hours later, I had exactly what he was looking for on our location. He stopped by after work and he's just going, how did you do this? Well, it's because of the connections that we've built with people and the outreach that we really have. We're part of a smaller auto group. We're really, and each of our stores in our auto group are focused on their local communities and how impactful can we be there. And so if you're looking for a specific new vehicle or used vehicle, we can find it. We had a friend of ours, one of our, it's a brother-in-law, one of our salespeople had bought a vehicle and totaled it. And he wanted the same car.
Yeah.
And he couldn't find one. 4 days later, we had the car sitting on our location, ready to go. And it just feels so good to be able to do that. It's so rewarding. It really is. It really is.
Hey, Josh, did you know that
because we're in the Dalles, we're small, but we sold over 140 cars last month. So we're pretty big for the size here, and we have a big reach. So that allows us to do those things, and we get our fair share of inventory from both our manufacturers. So,
excellent.
Yeah.
Well, hey, on that note, let's take a quick break. We'll go and listen to a message from our sponsors and be right back. All right. Hey, Josh, did you know that we are funded by our readers in large part?
I did know that, but please tell me more.
Yeah, it's our local readers here that make it possible for us to go out and gather news on local businesses and important issues in our community. And so we need people to support local news. Did you know you can make a difference in our community's economy and culture by supporting local journalism? I bet you did. But maybe you out there don't. And so you should visit our Support Us page at CCCNews.com to subscribe to a monthly donation to keep news local and start making a difference in our community today. Again, that's CCCNews.com.
And remember, CCC News is available for everyone and funded by readers.
We're back. All right, we're here with Aaron Carter and Jayme Reineccius with Columbia Gorge Motors. We're talking the car industry, and in our little break there, we were kind of discussing, the career opportunities and that kind of thing. And you were saying you guys really had some great potential to train folks, and maybe you talk a little too about what folks could expect to earn, in a career in the car industry, Toyota, Honda.
Yeah, our business model is repeat referral, renewable relationships, repeat over and over again. We spend our money not running advertising, but to build relationships, to be out where people recreate, to support causes that are important to them. And because we do that, we invest a lot in training because we want to retain and then grow individuals. So a good example, our finance manager who does our loan originations and offers protection products, when I got to the store, was in the lube bay changing oil.
Oh, wow.
Right.
Yeah.
So Oscar, shout out to Oscar. He has, continued to grow and take advantage of our training opportunities. When somebody wants to, we're going to send them to training. We have an institute in Kansas City we send people to all the time. So if anybody's interested in the car business, we're a great opportunity to come, and we're focused on finding the right people in the right spots. So if you're not into selling, that's not something you're into, we could find something else. But extensive training. We train 2 times a week, 4 days a week, just in the sales department, service, ongoing training. And the thing about our organization is we're small enough. We call it we're a little bit mom and pop, but we're not slop. We have some regimented training that the manufacturers, both Toyota and Honda, offer to us, and then stuff we've created. We have our own online training videos and platforms that we've all developed and been involved in. So there's a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there's 2 things I'm hearing there, Aaron. One is recognizing the people who want to move up and providing that bar to reach for and to raise people up. And then also just a sign of professionalism, which is ongoing training. Like if you get in with a company, and at least in my experience, and they're willing to put money into you and develop you and make you a better skilled person, like that's something you really want to hang on to. So that's good to hear. I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, there's very few people, I don't know if I can think of one, that are in a position they're in now in our organization at Columbia Gorge that weren't in a position below that before that, if that makes sense. So
yeah, it does.
If we needed a certain manager, I'm looking inward.
Yeah.
I'm not looking outward.
Right on.
Yeah.
Good news. Good news. Well, hey, we're on the cusp of the Easter egg hunt and that kind of thing. But yeah, tell me a little bit more about what you got going on in the community these days.
Well, I hope you get out to the Distinguished Young Women's deal. We're really excited about that. Women and both in sports, we've got the new scoreboards going up with the softball field. That's going to be really exciting. Cherry Fest is coming up, and Rachel's excited for that because she runs the turkey trot. And the way we run that turkey trot is we pick a local charity, and then all the funds that go to that from that run, every single dollar, we underwrite all the costs, and then we match whatever they make. But we're going to do a voting at the Cherry Fest, so make sure you come find us, and we're going to pick 3 causes in town. There'll be no losers, but there'll be one big winner.
Very good.
And so people can vote, and that's where we'll dictate that money goes to.
Okay.
We've teamed up with the NFL, and we have some schools that are going to be surprised with some penny jerseys and flags to get kids out and play, kind of part of the NFL Play 60 and getting more people involved there.
Wow.
So we've got backpacks going to Chenoweth here pretty soon.
The weekend program, the Pack.
No, we're actually going to send for schools. I just authorized it yesterday. That's why it's top of mind. But we're going to send them a pallet of backpacks with school supplies.
Oh, cool.
And for all the kids there.
Yeah.
Working with the Columbia Food Bank and. Food insecurity is a big thing with me. Rachel's on the new Humane Society board. They've really been getting good. I know there was some questions, and they had some detrimental things happen to their Facebook, and so Rachel's been on that, trying to get that. That's obviously with Lady and how we are. That's close to Lady. Really likes that too.
Yes.
She likes to go visit. But
Lady, of course, is your Labrador.
The lab. You might occasionally you come meet her, but we have the statue out front too. 9-foot statue dog. That lets you know how crazy about our dog we are. But yeah, she's our customer relations pooch. So
All right. Very good.
Can you think of anything else, Jayme, on there that I missed?
No, I think you hit all the major ones there. Our strategy is yearly too. I mean, we're not yellow pad gift to gab trying to figure out willy nilly what we want to support. We want to support what our customers are involved with, and we really want to support other local businesses too. And that's a huge part. And I'm very grateful to Aaron and Rachel for being that way. It's not an easy thing to do. But they make it look really easy, and we're all really grateful to be where we're at. It's a fun place to work. It's a great place to be, and I like to say our customer experience will never be greater than our employees' experience, and that's why we spend so much time investing in each other, and not only from a management to employee standpoint, but from employee to employee standpoint. Everyone wants to help each other get better, and it's rare in the automotive business. I'll put it that way. Usually I got to make sure you don't get what you want so I can get what I want. And we just don't operate that way because it doesn't work with our strategy of retaining good people and retaining the best customers.
Yeah.
And it was easy for us too. I couldn't go without saying that I think David Griffith, set a good bar in what he wanted to do. And, when we started engaging with him wanting to retire and move along, credit to him, he didn't say whoever pays me the most money for these stores is who it's going to. He was very concerned with the longevity of his people. That's why we're able to retain a lot of the people that work there and continue that mission. So, David had a good vision and did a lot of things for a lot of years, as a lot of people knew. So it was easy to kind of carry on and continue to do that too.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, it's just great, all the philanthropic efforts you guys make to bring our community together, to grow people, make them better people, and provide great service. So, well, thank you both for coming out today and talking to us in depth about what's going on in your shop and in the community, and wish you both the best of luck in the next year, and you're welcome to come back anytime.
Yeah,
thank you.
Thank you.
I always feel blessed to wake up in the Dalles, Oregon.
Yeah.
300 days of sunshine.
300 days.
All right. Thanks, Tom.
You bet. Hey, Robin, I just did a story this morning about my daughter who's hiking the PCT.
That's special. I love that.
Yeah, and she's a 2019 grad of the Dalles High School, and she's doing this kind of awesome thing, and I'm so proud of her. But also at the same time, I really enjoy bringing local news to folks and bringing relevant information.
That's really evident from your work, Tom.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the internet is full of misinformation or poor quality information or AI produced information. And here we have something different at CCC News, right? We're local people generating local content with journalistic integrity and trying to build trust with our audience because that's what they deserve, right?
Right. And so how does that benefit our advertisers?
Well, being seen next to content that's really relevant, that's really trustworthy and really credible adds credibility to our advertisers because our viewers and readers see those advertisers next to that really honest, credible local information, and it really builds that brand into a basis of trust and really helps businesses reach people from that basis of trust.
Yeah, awesome. And boy, and to all those folks who are supporting us, it makes a huge difference in us being able to get this job done of keeping folks informed of what's happening in local government, entertainment, all sorts of venues throughout the Gorge.
Yeah, we have really high integrity in our journalistic standards, and so you're always verifying all this information constantly with multiple sources of people. We don't try not to do one source stories here, or just take a piece of information from the government and run with it. We really try and drill down and get to the meat and potatoes of what's there.
That's the joy. Yeah.
That's great. Well, if you want to keep reading, go to CCCnews.com. And if you want to support us, look for our Support Us tab there. And really grateful for any support that people can make. Yeah. The more support we get from our local audience, the less we have to rely on advertisers and the more journalistic freedom we get.
Yeah, absolutely. And those interested in advertising can always reach out to me at tom@cccnews.com or call me at 541-980-2756.
Great. Thanks, Tom.
You bet.